And we're back one more time, guys. And thank you everyone for bringing in popcorn for this final day of everything. Although I feel like we kind of skipped off a couple of months.
That tends to happen.
Ah, well, whatever. So,
Wait a
guys.
minute. So V, does this count? Like, is this cheating if I use this to get the...
I don't think it would be counting as cheating, but all of a sudden, I think Jenny would be looking at you like, what are you trying to do? It's like, I'm trying to win Cleavage Day, goddamn!
God, those make my tits hurt.
Wow, well,
okay, then.
Where are you putting them? I'm sorry, HR is going to have a field day with me.
When don't they have a field day with us? But still... Guys, this is the final part of Season 3's whole finale basis where we're going to end off Season 3 how we began the whole entire podcast as it started.
Did that hurt?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I was talking about Dragon Ball.
I'm just glad there's no cameras in this studio.
So, why bring up this topic? Well, guys, I don't know about y'all, but in literally a short amount of time, like 2.5 years, Dragon Ball has changed so fast in such a little time that it
the re-emergence of it. Jesus.
I know, it's like everywhere I go, it's like Dragon Ball lore here, there, people making an official, like, a fan-made series where Raditz was good and has a daughter named Ranch, and he's married to Launch. And I'm like, hold up, wait a second. And then they're also going on like, Johnny Young Bosch is now the voice of Broly. It's like, hold up a second. And it's gone so crazy. I'm like, I don't even know what even happened. Like, guys, can we first breathe and remember that this all started as an homage to Journey to the West?
Yeah, exactly. Or the Monkey King. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Before we get too far, I want to touch on when we first did this topic years
ago.
Holy shit. We discussed the power levels. Super Saiyan God Blue, Super Saiyan God Kaioken. Obviously, there was no Ultra Instinct back then, but we did the power levels and we were comparing Super Saiyan 4 to these other levels that had been introduced into Dragon Ball Super. And if I remember correctly, I was making the argument that Super Saiyan 4 came after Super Saiyan God, right? He was more powerful than God level, but Blue we didn't know.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, back then we were like, what is this new alien concept called Super Saiyan Blue? It just looks like a recoloring.
So, after that podcast, after we did that, and I shit you not, it was like a week after we did that podcast, I go onto YouTube and I see there are a bunch of people now rating the power levels and where they're putting the power levels of each Super Saiyan. And in almost all of them, they put Super Saiyan 4 right above Super Saiyan 3, but below Super Saiyan God. Until I found one. One YouTube video. And mind you, this was like weeks after we did the original podcast, so it was years ago. So I don't remember who did it. Who actually did like an objective take at it. And they placed Super Saiyan 4 at, I guess at the time, it would have been just below Ultra Instinct. Right? Because when they introduced Super Saiyan 4 in the GT saga, it was far and away higher than everything else. He had no trouble beating Baby until, you know, he had the fusion with Vegeta, which was the first emergence of Gogeta, right?
I think you're confusing Baby with Omega Shenron.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. Omega Shenron. You're correct.
I mean, again, like, GT felt like so long ago. I'm like, hold up. Who was all the bad guys in that?
So, anyways, the point I'm trying to get to is I don't think we were very far off base with our original analysis of what Super Saiyan 4 is and what Super Saiyan God and God Blue and Ultra Instinct, which we didn't know about at the time, were. Because now I'm going on and I'm seeing trending for this new series, they're calling it. It's not a new series, it's just a new season for us here over in the West. The conversation of where is Super Saiyan 4? Because right now, all we've seen is a hair color change.
Yeah.
That's basically it. And then Ultra Instinct, we didn't see any change. He just had a white aura.
White aura, silver hair, and that one face of like, dude, what if cars, like, dude, listen, what if cars ran on like water?
And silver eyes. Which leads me to the next thing. I did see a YouTube video where they were comparing power levels, but they were also wondering what step was going to come next. I hear a dog.
My dogs are playing tug of war for some reason.
My cats are sleeping on the couch.
Must be nice to have sleeping animals.
Right? No shit.
Bobby, are you done?
Loved animals.
Are you done?
That's true. I don't want to be a stray animal. Then I would be fighting for my meals. So
stop. They're just excruciating their Super Saiyan powers. Anyway.
Okay.
That does kind of sound like Goku going Super Saiyan there.
Yeah.
And anyways, I think we need to go back though and reevaluate because, for one, many of the predictions me and V made back then, not predictions, but what we would have liked to have seen, partially came true and partially like fell apart.
That it did.
Back then, me and V were like, oh my god, they're going to make Gohan strong again. And they did. They made Gohan strong, but
it's basically like, hey, you guys want more Gohan? Yeah! You want him to stop being a little bitch? Yeah! You want him to actually stand up on his 2 feet? Yeah! Well, fuck you.
Well, no, they teased it by having a father-son battle that was actually pretty epic, right? I mean,
yeah,
that battle was
Ultimate
pretty good.
Gohan versus Super Saiyan Blue Goku, where it's
Until
just like,
Goku's like, okay.
Goku can't lose because, shut up.
Well, but I did like the part where Gohan said he wanted to make his own path without Super Saiyan, which means he's going to try and take this Ultimate Gohan thing really far, right? Well, at least hopefully Toriyama writes it that way.
Or at least better than how he treats Vegeta.
But here's the sad part. Toriyama hates Gohan.
Yeah, he also hates Vegeta.
He always hated, yeah, but he hates Vegeta less now, which is why he made the Super Saiyan God Blue Rage. Not Rage, that's Trunks. Whatever form Vegeta took before. I think it's
Limit Breaker now.
Something like he created his own form. And in the manga, because the manga is much further ahead than the anime right now, Vegeta actually gets to a level where he is equal to Goku, but they have different abilities.
Okay, I'm just gonna pretend that wasn't to just be like, I don't know, hey Vegeta, okay, stop sending me angry emails, guys.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised there isn't more outrage for Gohan, because I want to see Gohan be the hero. I get it, Goku's the fucking hero, but he's been the hero through Dragon Ball. He was the hero through Dragon Ball Z, and I love Goku. Who doesn't love Goku?
I don't.
Yeah, in the Cell Saga, they built up Gohan, like, massively.
Exactly!
And then from what I've learned about, I think it's season 9 with the Buu Saga? Is it season 9 or season 8? With the Buu Saga, they, I read that at the time, the creator, the guy who made...
Toriyama.
Yes, him. He was like super burnt out after that Cell series and the Android series, and he was like, you know what? Fuck this saga. I'm just gonna throw in whatever I fucking feel like it. What if we just made Gum be a creature that fights things and bibbidi bobbidi boo and bullshit like that? And then it turns out to be like one of the most favorite sagas out of the whole thing too.
Yeah, it was like the guy couldn't do any wrong, and that is true. He was burnt out. That's why he stopped after the Buu Saga. That's why his son picked up for the GT Saga. but it was deemed non-canonical because Toriyama himself didn't write it. And all of the movies are deemed non-canonical because Toriyama didn't write it. So there began this like...
And then they were just like, what if we just make it a video game where everything is technically canon, it's just in a different timeline? It's like, that makes no fucking sense. Why would you... We're gonna do it. Why would you fucking do that? We made $1 million. What the fuck is wrong with you? We're also making a sequel game.
Yeah, and then they made... Now there's Dragon Ball Kakarot, which actually looks like the game that we've all wanted forever. It's just an open world Dragon Ball game. But now Toriyama comes back. He's not burnt out anymore. He wants to write more. He gets into these god level tier bad guys.
Yeah, because I remember the story of when Sun Wukong himself, after he became one of the Buddhas in Buddha's domain, actually went to a higher plane to fight more deities after he achieved peace.
My hands are up at this point. So they crescendoed with the Cell saga, right? The Sun takes over, kills Cell, but it's not even like it's not even close. He didn't have to cop out. He did it with his own power, right?
Yes.
Every baddie since then, including the movies, all of the Dragon Ball Z movies. I'm not counting GT because you can't do that, right? Every bad guy since then, there has been a cop out. Look at what happened with Boo. Oh, they had to fuse. Goku couldn't do it under his own power.
Oh, but then they have to get eaten to rip out a baby, and then...
But wait, how does he actually destroy Boo?
He had to fuse first, so that he could get...
No, this is after the fusion.
Okay, so after the fusion, gets eaten, takes out the fat Boo from Skinny Boo, then Skinny Boo turns to the Kid Boo, and then he used the spirit bomb after Hercule does some bullshit, and then it's like, why? What? Why? You already had several different methods about how to kill him. Elasticity can be broken down if you just look into like different elastic beings, like Fantastic Four's Reed Richards or a Plastic Man from DC Comics. You can clearly see, no, this is gum elasticity, but you can still freeze gum on a molecule-like level and still break. No, it's alien gum. They have to fuse. But guys, I'm just telling you, if you use a scientific gum and elasticity can't be broken.
But see, Boo wasn't even, he was like a god level tier demon.
Yeah,
I think he was artificial, wasn't he?
Yes, he was fighting the Kais, though. He was an artificial demon.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So he defeated all of the Kais. He defeated the East Kai, the West Kai, blah, blah, blah. Up until, they put him into slumber or whatever. I can't remember. He was defeating angels. He was on God level already.
But why then introduce gods in battle? You know what? I'm not even going to bother anymore.
This is my point. Everything since the Cell Saga has been a cop-out to cover Toriyama's hate for not only Vegeta, but Gohan specifically. It should have ended with Cell and just been done. He should have just fucking pulled a Bleach and been like, okay, I'm done. There's no more. I'll make movies, but that's it. Fuck it. No, he had to come back, and everything since then has been a cop-out. He goes, I'm going to go Vegito, and he kicks the shit out of Boo. All of a sudden, Boo eats him, turns him into candy, eats him. Well, now it's base level Goku's going to use the Spirit Bomb. It's a fucking cop-out. How does he beat
Beerus?
No, not Beerus. He didn't beat Beerus.
Exactly.
Yeah, he didn't beat Beerus at all. But I mean,
it's
when
my
you think,
moment. He got his ass kicked by a cat.
But the Kai in training. What the hell was Zamasu?
Yeah, Zamasu.
How did he beat Zamasu? He had to fuse into Vegito, and he goes Vegito Blue, and even that didn't kill him.
It took still Trunks raging out to kill him.
Yeah, in an alternate universe. It wasn't even his own universe.
And then his universe, Beer's just like, Hakai, there you go, dipshit. I'm done. I'm gonna go take a nap and probably fuck your bitch while I'm at it.
So then what do they do? Goku is now friends with God. Goes to God and asks him, hey, could you bring my friends to my universe or give them a new universe? Because this universe is gone. Right? They used God to erase that universe because Trunks couldn't even kill him.
Wait, you mean to tell me that you simple mortals want me to break space-time reality for your friends? Yeah!
And he basically goes, and does it because he's friends with Goku. Okay. That's not a cop-out.
Just to be
interesting
certain,
storyline.
Goku, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for delicious Sundays.
Well, it wasn't Beerus. It was God himself, or whatever. I forget what they call him.
I forgot his name, too.
He's like the childlike...
Zen.
Zen, yeah, that's it.
Zeno, yeah.
Zeno. They asked him to come, and he snapped his fingers, and he raised Trunks' universe, and that was it, because he was friends with Goku, right? So what is
definitely a cop-out move.
What are they going to? They go into the Tournament of Power. All of a sudden, we meet someone stronger than Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah. Wait, it was first Hit, and then Jiren.
Well, it was always Jiren. Jiren was always foreshadowed in the background.
Yeah, but Hit was the one that's just like, I gotta do Kaioken with Super Saiyan Blue.
Hit is the Piccolo of Universe 7 or whatever the hell it is.
But I always
That's all he
Piccolo.
was. I do too.
Mainly on pressure points though, so I wouldn't say that he was probably strongest. He was sure fast and strong and shit, but I mean he like.
Well, he could do the time skip. He could literally jump across time. So that's the major difference. But his attitude, his demeanor, his freaking voice, it's Piccolo from Universe 7 or whatever, 6. Or which one's 6? Are we 6?
Damn it, 7.
We're 6. I don't remember. I'm confused.
7. We're from 7.
See, this is what he's doing. He's confusing us to make
so
us like it. So we go into the Tournament of Power, and we all expect a new transformation. There's no transformation. Except for there is a transformation? Question mark.
And then it's just like, okay, who's gonna have their moment to shine? Krillin's gonna shine by taking out 3 people by himself.
Right? They made Krillin
that was actually pretty epic.
And then just kick him out and then make his wife just make fun of him.
Yamcha's chasing them around before the tournament, trying to figure out where they're going, and they're all like, we can't tell Yamcha. He's too weak.
It's more or less, we hate Yamcha, guys. He's not even invited to the cookout next week. Let's just keep going.
Then they tease Gohan coming back for a fucking power move. And what's he do? He performs with Piccolo, which he should, because Piccolo's his dad, right? In the Tournament of Power, and they pull off some pretty badass things. But ultimately, he sacrifices himself to save Piccolo, I believe, if that was the right...
Actually, he stays in long enough. He gave himself up for Frieza for a power move that happened. Which is stupid in and of itself.
I finished
Tien and
watching it a long time ago.
Master Roshi proved that they're useful before Toriyama was just like, oh yeah, have them lose. What? Why? Have them lose. Why? They're doing... Have them lose! Okay, damn.
Well, but remember, only the lowest tier of universes had to participate in this Tournament of Power.
Oh, I know.
So it was Zeno was going to erase 4 universes or something like that, right?
I think it was 12.
Wait, I thought it was all of them. Yeah, there's 12 universes. They all mirrored each other, and he was like, you know what? I'm bored. Let's start a tournament.
No, he wasn't.
And whoever loses.
No, he didn't start the tournament. Goku did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Goku's the one who started it, and then Zen was like, yeah, that's fine.
He wasn't going to erase all the universes. It was just the lowest power level.
Which was going to be 6 and 7, but then Goku had to open up his mouth saying, I want to fight everyone! It's like, Goku, you simple motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, he wanted to prove that they weren't so weak, right? Which is the Monkey King's fucking, what is that called? Not vanity. Pride? Hubris, pride.
Well, technically, Sun Wukong wasn't really for that. He just wanted his own personal status, not everyone's status. He was very self-centered about himself, not about everyone. Goku was just an idiot.
But I thought that as the story went on, the Monkey King, like he...
Yeah, but he could back it up, unlike Goku. Like, he beat up numerous gods to get the title of one equal to heaven. The only person that stopped him was Buddha himself. That is it.
Yeah. So, the whole thing just left me all confused. And then all of a sudden, after the Tournament of Power, they bring in Broly. which was a shock to everybody.
Yeah, that was the biggest shock of all, because I'm like, wait, Broly? Are we in the same timeline, Broly?
But hold on, they didn't just bring in Broly, they changed the story, right? They still had Paragus, they still had the Rage, right? They still had that Broly was taking on Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta, and Goku in his regular state.
Yeah, before he even went Super Saiyan.
Before he goes Super Saiyan. And then all of a sudden, after the fight's over, Goku and Vegeta, they don't kill him. This is the first time since Vegeta that we've seen him. He didn't have to kill his enemy. They painted, Toriyama actually gave him a good story. He was a manipulated child, manipulated into believing that if he didn't do what his dad asked him to do, that they couldn't live. They couldn't be brought back into Frieza's army. Right?
Yeah,
they couldn't
that was
take over the throne. He was manipulated by his father. In turn, he fucking, what was it? Was it Frieza that killed his father? In the movie, Frieza kills Paragus, which brings Broly into a rage, and then basically Vegeta and Goku are playing damage control, and they knock him out to the point where they can actually talk to him. Right?
Yeah.
They send him back to his own planet, and Goku goes and visits him personally and is like, hey, no hard feelings, that was a great fight, I'd like to do it again when you're full power.
And they even hint that they're gonna be friends officially.
Yes, just like Vegeta, right? So where are they going with this story?
I would say I have hope, but
I don't have hope anymore. Gohan is a lost cause. I wish he wasn't.
I mean, let's go over the facts here from all the stuff that you've stated before here, Aaron. They've had numerous, and I mean numerous, methods about how to tell a convincing story to end at the Cell Saga, and if they were to continue on a different branch, they could have done stuff on a more organic level than what they have done with the Buu Saga. They could have done the same treatment that they did with GT of an original story, passing it down to Akira Toriyama's children by announcing it to the public of this is a legacy built up thing, where with Goku now doing stuff in the afterlife but training other fighters to help out with Gohan, who is now the world's strongest and the big defender, could build something from there, introduce someone more organically to not just rely on Dragon Balls being like the end-all be-all thing unless it's a crucial moment, and then close out with Gohan at least trying to keep up his own legacy but also make sure he keeps his dad proud at the same time as a balancing thing.
Well, hell, I'm even on the level of this, right? So I've been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure lately.
Which part?
Well, I started season 1, which goes from Jonathan Joestar.
Oh, you did part
Joseph
1 with a Phantom Blood?
With Joseph Joestar. So I finished season 1.
So you're done with part 1. You're now on part 2, where it's like
it's Jotaro.
Oh, you're on part 3 of JoJo. It's like split up in the 8 parts. There's part 1, Phantom Blood, part 2 with the Stone Mask, part 3, Stardust Crusaders, part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable, part 5.
I'm on Stardust Crusaders right now.
Oh,
which is Jotaro
Kujo.
Yes. So I just got to that one. So I was introduced to Jonathan. I was introduced to Joseph. Joseph is also in Stardust Crusaders, but he is grandfather Joseph now.
Yeah. Oh my god!
Yeah, so they didn't need to do it like JoJo. I'm not saying that they should have done it like JoJo, where it was so quick. So if you watch the anime, season 1 it literally contains like 3 parts. It has the Phantom Blood, Stone Masks, and or is it 2 parts?
It's just those 2 parts of season 1.
It's condensed, right, in the anime form.
That's because in the manga, they don't talk a lot about Jonathan or Joseph's younger days. They're just more focused about the people that come after, like Jotaro and Josuke.
Well, I got really attached to Jonathan Joestar, thank you very much. And now I'm on Stardust Crusaders, and I'm like, you're talking about freaking Dio having a stand, and his stand is causing all the other Joestar stands to come out because he has Jonathan Joestar's body. He attached his head to his body. That's not Dio's power. That's fucking Jonathan Joestar's power. Give credit where credit's due, asshole. Anyways, enough rants about that. I am. I'm a little angry.
He has his gears grinded.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So
Oh
they
my
didn't
God.
have to do it so quick for Dragon Ball because Dragon Ball is established anime. It's been around. It has hundreds of episodes. They could have done it as a slow burn, right?
Correct.
But they could have done it in that same vein where they move on to the next generation. They don't have to skip decades, right? Because they had Gohan. They had Gohan. They had a established character that everybody loved. They could have moved on to Gohan. And at that time, the Gohan's introduced after Cell during the Buu saga. Now we have Trunks and Goten. Fuck yeah, there's another 2 generations right there.
Yep.
That are introduced that you could build a whole story on while Gohan is basically playing Goku, right?
Yep.
It could be this never-ending story, but generational at the same time. And you could even reintroduce Goku with, if they're doing it in JoJo, fucking Dio's immortal. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, Gohan gets in a situation he can't handle. He's not strong enough. He not power enough. Goku comes back from fucking the afterlife, the other world, to help train his son, and basically say, "Look, I'm not gonna be here forever, but right now I can help you." Right? It's kind of like a spiritual moment. But I get it. Goku's supposed to be the Monkey King, and the Monkey King is immortal, and the Monkey King's the one that does everything. But
yeah, but I apologize to anyone listening to this being like, oh my god, V is just hating on Goku. No. I hate the direction that he's gone, and here's why, guys. If you don't really know the full-blown story about Sun Wukong and all about Journey to the West, I recommend going to Overly Sarcastic Productions and seeing their whole condensed retelling of the entire story, because when I read this book when I was a kid, it was very beautiful, but...
Or just go out and, if you don't want to read the book, go out and do yourself a favor and rent the movie.
Rent the movie, sure. Or go to audible.com and get a free copy, because every YouTuber on Earth keeps trying to give away a free subscription or something. I don't really know. But
not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored.
But here's the thing about Sun Wukong, though. Before even the journey to the West even begins, he's already gained 6 ways to immortality alone by his own selfishness before he was trapped underneath a mountain for several thousand years.
Which is where the movie picks up. He's trapped in the mountain, and a reckless child falls in and actually helps him escape. That's where the movie starts. Anyways, there is also a new version of the Monkey King, couple new versions on Netflix. If you have a Netflix subscription, go look it up.
Very true.
Or you're borrowing your cousins.
So
yeah.
From all that sort of stuff to then working with Xiao Wu Qing and all these other people like Pigsy and Sandy to get the monk all the way to get the scrolls, to then journey all the way from the west to the east again. Sun Wukong himself literally was a force that could stand on his own without any of the faults that Goku did, because A, he actually had right from the get-go an open network to discuss, since they want the monk, who is the main character, to get on with the journey, and he knew that if he helped the monk, he would get immortality to end the journey. That was the end-all be-all goal that they all knew. Him, Pigsy, Sandy, that horse is actually a dragon, they all knew the whole entire journey was to end with them being at the right hand of Buddha in Nirvana. That's where their journey stops.
Oh, and not to mention, you're going to realize if you watch these movies about the Monkey King or read the book, you're going to realize that, holy shit, there's a lot of characters from Dragon Ball in this.
Right, because...
A lot. Nimbus.
Wu Qing is basically based off of the basis for Krillin. Pigsy is Oolong.
Yep.
Well, some people say it's Yamcha from Dragon Ball, but whatever.
No.
Sandy is basically Tien. And the horse, don't fucking ask about it. But also, in Journey to the West, the Nimbus cloud isn't for pure of heart. You could literally sit on it whenever, but Sun Wukong is just like, I don't want anyone fucking riding on my cloud. Get the fuck off it.
Not only that, but Goku's mainstay weapon back in the day during Dragon Ball and early Dragon Ball Z, the Extendipole, his bow.
He didn't have it in Dragon Ball Z.
He does not.
He does in the very beginning. As a matter of fact, he uses it in Tree of Life, I believe.
He only you need so you need the pole to connect to where Kami is in that story though, and he never uses it again.
Correct.
He had it when he was an adult.
Yeah, very.
I think he was
briefly.
carrying it, but then and then he never really used it for fighting though. After that,
No, you're right. You're right.
The creator.
I'm just saying it appears.
Okay. Because I know the creator. Okay, so originally Dragon Ball is based on Journey to the West, and then if you look at Dragon Ball Z, it's basically kind of, I guess, Journey to the West meets Aliens. Really, that's where he wanted to go with on that story.
That's where the Journey to the West ended, and now it's beyond that, and it's like he had to make things up on his own because now Goku can fly, so he doesn't need Nimbus. And he can move faster than the human eye. Well, that doesn't.
That's true.
Happen.
They never specified why they fly in Dragon Ball Z, when in Dragon Ball he never did.
He didn't have the ability. He didn't have the concentrated ki.
And then, I guess, but it's still weird though. It
is. Well, and they never explained why he doesn't need his Extendipole anymore.
They really don't explain a lot of stuff from the jump of Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z.
No, but that's basically the jump off point, because he still does use Nimbus from time to time in the very, very, very beginning of Dragon Ball Z. It's so at the end of Dragon Ball, he is what, is he an adult?
At the end of Dragon Ball, he is legally an adult.
Yeah.
I say legally because it's very loose to call him an adult.
Where he's running around without the shoes, but he has the turtle hermit gi, right?
Yes.
He's refusing to wear shoes for some reason or whatever. And he has the pole attached to his back, and he's still riding around on Nimbus. And then when you jump to Dragon Ball Z, the intro says it all. The intro shows him carrying the Extendipole and riding Nimbus, because now he has Gohan riding on his head with the 1-star Dragon Ball. Or is it the 5? No, it's the 1-star. Is the 1-star Dragon Ball on his hat?
No, it's a 4-star.
4-star. See, look at me. I'm terrible. Go back, watch the intro. Goku uses all of the Monkey King things. He has Nimbus, he's got the Extendipole, and he's riding down the back of the fucking dragon. It's all there in the intro of Dragon Ball Z when it first came out.
Yeah.
Boom. After that, now that they meet, then it goes into Raditz. At this point, I don't believe Goku can fly yet, so he's still using Nimbus. And this is why I believe he's still carrying around the Extendipole, but not everywhere, because he's technically the strongest person on the planet at this point. And then Raditz comes. And then that's when everything changes. He has to train, he has to get stronger. And even in the Vegeta fight, he's not flying. Maybe he's flying for short distances, but not like in the Frieza saga or the Cell saga or any of the other sagas. After Vegeta has the tie with Goku.
Yeah, we're going to say tie and not Vegeta just stomped him out, and it took Yajirobe, Krillin, and Gohan to finish up the fight. Goku couldn't finish himself, but sure.
No, hold on. No.
Goku still didn't finish it because he told Krillin, no, don't stab him with the sword. What if we fight him again?
Hold on. Goku kind of finished it because he created the Spirit Ball. Not the bomb, but the Spirit Ball. But he kind of passed it off to Krillin and the others.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Get this to hit Vegeta. If you get this to hit Vegeta, it'll end it all. And it didn't end it all. It just incapacitated Vegeta. That's how weak the Spirit Ball was back then. or maybe...
I feel like it was weak because Krillin isn't as strong as Goku. And so his ki didn't enforce that energy to actually kill him off.
That's not what he was... So it was Goku's energy. It was everybody's energy.
Right. But it's the whole planet's energy.
What? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think
the Genki Dama.
So Goku created the ball. So it's strong. It's powerful. It's more powerful than anything Krillin has ever had. Krillin had just enough ki to move it. Right?
Yeah.
So he had enough ki to say, don't explode in my hands.
Yeah, basically.
That's basically all that was. Otherwise, that's all the ki that existed on the planet at the time.
But here's where I find that whole tie argument to be kind of bullshit, because Goku, broken bones to most of his body. Vegeta has to just crawl with his own might after incapacitating Goku to get serious medical attention. That wasn't a fucking tie. Goku got his ass stomped. I don't give a shit what Goku fans say.
That's not it, though. Vegeta also took an impact from an energy ball, the force of an entire planet.
Yes, and he still was like, I'm just gonna go to my ship. And
Goku
still...
Goku, he got stomped on by a giant ape. I mean, let's just face it. That's what happened. You got.
Then how do you explain the Majin
energy.
Vegeta versus Goku fight where he got bitch slapped to all hell?
So
Different universe. Don't worry. Don't even count.
This is where the cop out begins, right? It begins with Vegeta and ends in an epic story with Cell. But